welcome back for an off-season water race. Season 3 of the Viridian League is still quite a ways away, so all our teams decided to come together for a friendly exhibition round. Now we have 24 teams today, which means 4 new teams will be making their debut in this scrapped event from Season 2. We can see how the event will work in the background here. There's a continuous stream of water that will push our marbles forward. You don't need the water to move forward, but it will make you go a lot faster. Now, we have the event rules on screen. All 24 teams are sorted into 4 groups of 6, with the top 3 in each heat advancing. Non-advancers will, of course, be ranked by their time, but we'll do that afterwards because we'll go straight to the semifinals and the finals first. It's looking to be an exciting event all around. Now, as we head into the first heat, we have our first newcomer in the Incaps, being represented by Spore. They'll face some veterans in the form of the Apple Tarts, Evergreen, Squad Roses, Automators, and the Prismatics. And off they go. Let's see how they'll fare here. It's looking like a decent study for the Apple Tarts. Captain from the Prismatics is doing very solid as well. Let's see how they'll face this bottleneck. Let's see, looking very solid for both our A teams here. Now let's see how they'll face this funnel that's coming up next. And it's very solid here. Both will move on without much trouble. Cinder was a little faster, but they don't hold that lead for long. Meanwhile, Kaplan and Spore are challenging for the third position right now. Meanwhile, Cinder slows down a bit. This allows Kaplan to move up into second, who then makes a great overtake on the Appletars to move into first, heading into the final part of the course. It's going to be close between these two. Who will win the first round of the day? It's going to be the Appletarts. An incredibly close finish. But let's see who's going to get that final advance. It's going to be close, but I think Spore from the Incaps just barely got that. Meanwhile, our Season 2 champions in the Evergreen Oaks just come across here. Not a great run from them, but it will indeed be Spore from the Incaps moving on along with Keppel and Sauer. Now we head to the second heat. We have our second new team with the Braided Band being represented by their Captain Felt. They'll face Charm, Gil, Tone, Starlight, and Algis. And off they go. Let's see here. It's looking like a decent study for Gil and Starlight. Meanwhile, great section here now for the Histrons so far. They move into the lead, but not for long. Let's see how the Webwins will take this bottleneck, and they don't have a great section there. They struggle a bit, which allows the Histrons to move up into the lead. Let's see how they face this funnel section here. And all of these teams are struggling, which allows Gil, Tone, and Charm to be pushed through first. Starlight not far behind. It's very close between these 4 marbles. Gil still in the lead, but Starlight is making a great overtake here for second place. Let's see, they bump Gil, which allows them to move into the lead, but Gil to get moving once again. It's going to be close here for the advancement spot. Starlight will advance, but who will join them? It's going to be Charm, and Gil just barely finished ahead of Tone. Meanwhile, Algis and Felt were just couldn't quite recover from a mistake earlier up the course. Unfortunately for them, not a great look for this new team, but that means Gil, Charm, and Starlight will move on to the semifinals. Now we go to the third heat. We have Flame, Dirty, River, Luster, Frostbite, and a new team from the Mosmas teams sending their reserve Gizmo. Let's see how that will go for them. Now, let's see, Dune Dash having a good start. Team Brimstone and the Wintermints now surging to lead. A great few movements there from the Sunrays to move into the lead. Let's see, they have a great section here. Not for the Dune Dashers though. Now the Sunrays and Ravenbirds are into lead 2 rivals, and then once again 2 rivals right behind them, but they're struggling here in the back, which allows Team Brimstone to move into the lead, but they struggle here, which gives it right back to the rivals, the Wintermints. Frostbite now has the lead. Gizmo has moved up into the transfer spot as well. It's very close between all these marbles. Very close heading into the final section of the course. Wintermints has the lead, but it's back and forth between second, third, and fourth. Luster currently in second. It's going to be very close. Who's going to win this round? Frostbite struggling a bit, which allows Luster to overtake. But who's going to get that final twist belt? I don't know who's going to be. It's going to be Gizmo. Flame, who was in third, heading into that final part of course, fell all the way to last. It was an incredibly tight heat. But Luster, Frostbite, and Gizmo will ultimately come out on top and move on to the semifinals. Now we go to the final heat with the final of our new teams with the Aqua Amoebas also sending their reserve Marine. Can be fitting for a water race. They'll be facing Gloaming, Tin, Aroma, Wraith, and Ampere. Now off they go. Let's see. Great start for Tin and Wraith. Ooh, a bad bouncer for Aroma puts them back, but they recover quite nicely. Let's see. Great surge here for Marine to take the lead, but they can't quite hold on to it as Tin makes a pinch maneuver to hold on to get it back. Let's see how they'll face this funnel section, and excellently maneuvered there. Aroma makes it through as well, but they get stuck on the spinner, which allows Marine to go back into second place. Let's see. They're not struggling on this straight section at all. Tin into the lead, but it's very close for the last transfer spot. All 4 teams are very close. Tin and Marine are clearly out in the lead, but it's a challenge battle between Aroma and Ampere for the lead. Tin will advance. It's looking like Marine will as well, but will Aroma make an overtake on Ampere? No. Ampere will just barely hold on to that third position. And so that means Aroma, Wraith, and Glowing won't go no further. Very good times all around, so unfortunate for them. But we go straight into the first semi-final with Spore from the Incaps, Marine from the Aqua Amoebas, Luster from the Sunrays, Sour from the Avatar, Charm from Stabagans, and Gizmo from the Moss Machines. 3 of our new teams in this heat, and only 1 of our original 16 here as well, that being Sour. Very interesting seeding here. Let's see how it shakes out. Only OG16 now in the back, meanwhile Charm in the front. Let's see, they don't do great in this bottleneck situation, which allows Marine to overtake. Luster also moves up into a transfer spot. Let's see how they move through this funnel section. It's not great. That allows Spore and Luster to move to lead. It's very close between these two. Gizmo has moved up into a transfer spot as well. Let's see, these two are neck and neck. It's going to be close for the win. Meanwhile, Charm is challenging Gizmo for that transfer spot as well. Let's see here, Spore in the lead, but Luster is right behind them. I don't know who's going to win this race. It's going to be close. And an outside maneuver for Spore gets them the win. Meanwhile, Gizmo gets the third transfer spot right behind Luster. Charm, Sour, and Marine just struggle a bit too much on that last section of the course to really challenge. Which means Spore, Luster, and Gizmo will be going to the finals. Now we go to the second semi-final with Ampere, Keppel, Starlight, Tin, Frostbite, and Gale. The first heat with no new teams. We'll see how that changes the dynamic here. And up they go. Let's see who has a better start between Frostbite and Keppel. Meanwhile, let's see. White Women's don't do bad either. And a great opening there from the Cosmoscopes to give them the lead. Let's see the move actually through this bottleneck. Let's see, how will they face the funnel section? And it's an expert move. They're really growing their lead there. The other teams are struggling a bit. And no one is even on screen. Great run so far from the Cosmoscopes. But Wintermids have caught up a bit. Meanwhile, Keppel, Stin, and Gil are all fighting for the last transfer spot. Cosmoscope is struggling here a little bit. But it's very close. Who's going to advance? And see, and Cosmoscopes are struggling a bit. Which allows Wintermids and Whitewood to overtake. Let's see, will they hold on to the advanced spot? Yes, they do. They don't quite lose that much ground. Keppel was just a little too slow to make use of the slowness in this last section, which means Gil, Frostbite, and Starlight will join our previous three in the final. Keppel, Tin, and Ampere go no further. Now, we reach the final with Gizmo from the Moss Machines, Frostbite from the Wintermids, Spore from the Incaps, Gil from the White Womens, Luster from the Sunrays, and Starlight from the Cosmoscopes, who will come out with the gold. And out they go. Let's see here. A good start for the White Womens. Sunrays not doing too bad. Same for the Cosmoscopes. Incaps and Frostbite now move to the front. Let's see. And a great maneuver there from the Wintermids to take the lead. Let's see how they take in this funnel section. They struggle a bit, which allows Luster and Gil to overtake. Let's see, they don't fall behind too far. These two are neck and neck at the lead. Let's see who will come on top. It's very close. They're neck and neck. Luster and Gil at the lead, but Frostbite is right there as well. It's going to be between these three. Let's see, it's very close. I'll go into the right section right around time. Gil has the lead, and let's see, who will come on top, and it will be Gil. Frostbite makes a last second overtake for the silver, which leaves Luster with the bronze, but that means the White Womens will get their first ever event victory. Great job from them as our two new teams in the final come across in 5th and 6th. Starlight just barely missed out on the podium in 4th. Still a good round for all of these teams, but it will be the White Womens claiming gold. And as we look at the full results, we can see the White Womens celebrating their first ever event win, trying to make up for their atrocious result last season. And it's in preparation for Season 3, which is still going to be quite a ways away, but I'll see you when it happens. Till then.